Kule question basiphe a function. There are 2 points which are significant kule function yethu. It's point M and point N for this function f. These are the turning points. The M is the maximum turning point, and then N is the minimum turning point. Yes, this is the peak, and then this is the valley. So lana question 9 sikhuluma nge-cubic function. It's calculus. Thanks for tuning in. In the description box uzothola ama-links for other recordings engiwayenzile for the question paper. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Asiphendule na question again. Bathi the sketched below is the graph of f, and then mothatha the f of x is x cubed plus ax squared. The a value is unknown, and then it's plus bx. The b is unknown, it's a variable, and then sibana constant bani c. We have the constant c. So this is f of x, and then basically the x-intercepts of f are 3 and 0 and m. So m no 3 are the x-intercepts, where m lies on the negative x-axis. K is the y-intercept of f, and then m and n are the turning points of ubani of f. So basically this cubic function iyafana ne parabola, but this time is in a 2 yama turning points instead of having 1. So 9.1, show that the equation of f is given by f of x equal to x cubed minus x squared minus 5x minus 3. Wow. 9.1. Okay. If this was a parabola and bakuphe asikele parabola kancane, but for a cubic function define the equation yakhona or show the equation. If ever bakuphe ama x intercepts, if bakuphe ama x intercepts, you use this formula. F of x equal to a in bracket x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3, because we know that in a cubic function we have 3 x intercept, but this particular example has only 2 x intercepts, this one and this one. But guess what, x intercept m consider or coexista no turning point bani m. So therefore it means this general equation for finding equation of a cubic, we can write it as f of x. By the way, the a is equal to 1 ngobu a lapha uyambona basiphe no a la. Okay, I think at a yambona lo a lo, this a represents the coefficient for x cubed, and a wami is equal to 1 ngoba the coefficient of x cubed is also 1. But back to this bracket, le bracket lizoba squared ngoba the turning point as well as the x intercept, they coexist on one single point. So therefore sithi squared la, and then x3 ngiyam substitute ngoba ubani, we are given that the x-intercept of f it's 3 and 0. So therefore x3 ngim substitute as ubani as 3. Now I need to calculate ubani x1. x1 ngingam calculator by substituting point eli1 into this equation. You substitute k to calculate x1, the y-intercept. So lana kuyoba negative 3, and then lagno x khona ufaka ubani 0. So it's going to be 0 minus x1, it's minus x1, minus x1 squared, it's positive x1. So kuzoba minus 3 equal to negative 3 x1 squared. Negative 3 lona uvela from this negative 3. Yes, and then I divide both sides by -3. Ngithola ukuthi x1 squared is equal to 1. Then by squaring both sides la, by squaring both sides, the one about plus minus. So therefore x1 is plus minus, but to x1 wami uzoba equal to -1 ngoba ulokanje wami nangu la. My m is on the negative x-axis. Now remember ngifuna ukusolve or to show that f of x is equal to this equation. Now I'm going back to this equation, angisho new substitutor x1 so that I can expand and show that the equation is this, right? And then you solve for this squared bracket. Just apply algebra ke manje la. It's either create a 2 bracket or multiply, or with the x times x squared 2 times x times 1 is positive 2x, and then 1 times 1 is 1. Either way, what we will create a 2 brackets and multiply uzothola this one, right? So then siyaqhubeka lana. Now multiply this trinomial and this binomial, so give out x times x squared is x cubed, this one times that one, this one times that one. Basically we are with -3 times this one, -3 times this one, so on and so on. Now to multiply, I should get something like this. Yes, something like this. Therefore f of x1 is over equal to x cubed agana like term, but the plus 2x squared has a like term minus 3x squared. So lana give about minus x squared as the answer between the two like terms. This one and this one are like terms. Give about minus 5x as the answer, minus 3 are gonna like terms. So ngimbala chungobanchalo. So f of x is in fact equal to that. Sesiprovile siya ku 9.2. Calculate the coordinates of n. The coordinates of n, it's the turning point of this cubic, the minimum turning point. So let's calculate the turning point. So as with this taller the first derivative. So the first derivative of f of x is equal to 3x squared minus 2x minus 5. Therefore the first derivative is equal to 0 at our turning point. So I make f prime x 0, x squared minus 2x minus 5. Now you can apply a quadratic formula or use a factoring method. I mean, I'm just going to find my factors lana. So give about 5 minus plus 1. Oh yeah, oh yes. So therefore x is over equal to 5 over 3, positive 5 over 3, or x equal to minus 1. So the x coordinate for n, it's going to be 5 over 3, and then y simthola njani? Simthola by substituting back into the original equation. So sizoti open bracket 5 over 3 not squared, cubed minus 5 over 3 squared minus 5 over 3 minus 3. This is equal to negative 256, negative 256 over 27. Yep. So now answer yethu lana for the coordinates of n, it's 5 over 3 negative 256 over 27. So n is 5 over 3 negative 256 over 27. So siya ku 9.3 but kuzofuneka ukuthi erase ke la so that we can answer 9.3. So 9.3 but for which values of x will 9.3.1 f of x is less than 0. So we want okay, sifuna the portion of the graph where f of x are less than 0 corner, or where f of x are negative corner. In other words, sifuna the parts of the graph where ama y values wethu anjani are negative corner. So nangabe uzophendula ama types of questions afana nalawo where bathi for which values of x you need to you make reference to ama coordinates wakho, especially the x coordinates. You pay attention to the x coordinates kakhulu, even no 0 sim included this one. Anyway, check something here manje. Sifuna the part of the graph where the graph has negative y values called. The positive y values from the origin going up, it's positive y values. From the origin going down, it's negative values. So I graph yami ba negative from la all the way la, but until izifika kubani ku 3 and 0. Nangidlulela ku 3 and 0, or let me say asibheke ngale ndlela le. Let's look at it this way. Ngisuka from the left or ngisuka from the left hand side of the graph, right? From the left hand side, from the negative x-axis going to the right. Nangisuka from the left going to the right, ngiyabo ukuthi graph yami iba njani? Iba negative. I'm still going to the right. Nangiyanga right graph yami njani? Negative until izifika la kubani ku x equal to 3. Nangabe ngiyadlulela ku x equal to 3, the graph starts being positive. So lana isolution yami ngifuna ama x values ayenza u f of x ukuthi abe negative. It's all the x values which are less than 3. Uyabona? U x wami, the x values nangabe are less than 3, anything to the left of the 3, it's less than 3. If x wama less than 3, my graph is negative. Is less than 0. But if x wama greater than 3, it starts getting positive. So now answer here to get x less than 3. 9.3.2 suselogu, just to bring some clarity nyana. 9.3.2 lawo f are increase corner, f be increasing. For which values of x will f be increasing? Okay. Bheka again, sisuka la going to the right, from left to right. Igraph yakho nangabe yaphezulu, it's increasing. If the graph is going down, it's decreasing. Yes. So bheka nangisuka from the left going to the right, my graph is increasing ngoba nayi yakuphi, it's going up. Mina nangabe nyaka right, if I'm going in the right direction. And then nangifika la ku m, it starts changing its direction, it goes down, meaning it's decreasing. Nayifika la ku m graph yami yenza, nayifika la ku n yenzani, it starts increasing. Uyabona? So in other words, if ever x are greater than 5/3, if ever x are greater than 5/3, meaning that nangabe nyaka I'm going to the right from x equal to 5/3, the graph is increasing. But if ever x wam are less than -1, my graph is what now? Now x no -1 ngimthatha la. Now if ever x values bamba less than -1, meaning to the left of -1, my graph is increasing. So the solution here to lie is x less than -1 or x less than -1 or x greater than 5/3. 5/3. 9.3.3 be concave up. Okay. For this one ke lena siyiphendula kanjani? Sifuna ukuthola where igraph yethu injani concave up. So it's a question of concavity kahle la. It's just a question of concavity. Concave up, concave down. Logo ubona only if and only if you know iloga point of inflection. So we have to calculate the point of inflection in order to answer this one. So looking at the second derivative of this of f of x. So f double prime is equal to now f of x la. F of x is equal to x cubed minus x squared minus 5x minus 3. This is f of x, not f prime. So therefore the first derivative 3x squared minus 2x minus 5, and then the second derivative is equal to 6x minus 2. 6x minus 2. Therefore this second derivative is telling a point of inflection, and the point of inflection tells us also about the concavity of our graph, whether it's the point where concavity change corner. Okay, yes. Now check out the double prime f double prime of x is 0 equal to 6x minus 2, and then you transpose the minus 6, transpose 6x nakafika ngalo yoba negative 6 equal to 2 divided by minus 6 minus 6. So our x is equal to -1/3. -1/3. -1/3. Now bheka ke manje, x equal to -1/3 somewhere here. Bam. X equal to -1/3. This point, it's where this, okay, this is a point. The point of inflection is a point. It's an x and a y, but because of the question says only the x values, so we only pay attention to the x coordinate of the point of inflection. So x equal to -1/3. Now somewhere la, right, somewhere la. So we are born with this is concave down, and the concave down sithola whenever x are less than -1/3. And then concave up, this is concave down, concave up, and then concave up sithola beyond the x -1/3. So therefore x, if ever are greater than -1/3, ithola a concave up. Therefore our answer lies x greater than -1/3 in order to obtain any concave up. So whenever x are greater than -1/3, my function f will be concave up. 9.4, determine the maximum vertical distance between the graphs of f and f prime in the interval -1, between where x are between -1 and 0. Again, I have to erase so that we can answer the last question, 9.4. 9.4, okay, 9.4. Sifuna the maximum vertical distance between the graphs of O, F, and F prime in the interval between -1 and 0. Now, the vertical distance between UF and F prime, the maximum distance is we calculate so by subtracting UF of x no F prime x. Yes, so this x cubed minus x squared minus 5x minus 3 UF of x subtracted by UF prime, which is 3. Sitolile this one in the previous question, the first derivative, so it's 3x squared minus 2x minus 5. This is equal to x cubed minus x squared minus 5x minus 3. We're just simplifying for the bracket. X squared plus 2x plus 5. Therefore, this is equal to x cubed squared, it's minus 4x squared, x is minus 3x, and then -3 no 2, -3 no 5 is our plus 2. So my answer here to this is the vertical distance between the two functions. Between lama functions I 2 now. Since ngifuna the maximum vertical distance, ngizodinga ukuthatha the first derivative of our distance, right? So the derivative of d, which is the distance between F and F prime, so it's d over dx is equal to 3x squared minus 8x minus 3 minus 3. This is the first derivative of the distance between OF and F prime, right? Ngithathela first derivative because of ngifuna the maximum distance. So the maximum distance kuyafana nokuthi it's maximum minimum. Remember, a cubic. Also, this is also a cubic. The distance between F and F prime is a cubic function again, right? And nabakhuluma maximum or minimum basuke bakhuluma ngama turning points. So that's why I'm taking the first derivative and equating it to 0 because of the maximums sizoyithola kuphi whenever the first derivative is equated to 0. So this is 3x squared minus 8x minus 3. Okay. Ku-mathematics igcwele ama-quadratic equation, so kwamele ube familiar ne-factoring method so that uzokwazi ukuthola ama-solutions wakho much quicker. Yes, so it's -3 plus 1, is it? Okay, 3x times -3, that's -9. -9 -9 okay. No, all right lama factors. So okay, now ubona ngathi izokubhayizisa ukuthola ama factors. Just use i-quadratic formula. Stress free ngoba nawuqeda ukuthola ama factors la, you also have to check ukuthi are correct na, but alright la, x is equal to 3 or x equal to -1/3. Now the x equal to -1/3 uzosipha a maximum value. Yes, so d is equal to we are taking this one, substituting it back to this equation there. This equation is what niggas at the maximum distance. Why do I say x equal to minus 1 over 3 uzongipa the maximum distance? Okay, nangabe a wakho are greater than 0, your cubic function izowenza so, izoba ne concave down bese ibuye ibe ne concave up. If a are less than 0, yoba ne concave down even a concave up. So the concave ngathini, the maximum turning point yiyo esipha ini ezosipha ilo kanje I maximum value. The minimum turning point izosipha the minimum value. So the maximum is given off by x equal to minus 1 over 3. Yabona? Ngoba kuqala minus 1 over 3 bese kulandela ubani u3. So it makes sense ukuthi ifunction yethu izoba a maximum la x equal to minus 1 over 3. That's why ngithi the maximum value sizonikezwa u x equal to minus 1 over 3. So it's cubed minus 4 minus 1 over 3 squared minus 3 minus 1 over 3 plus 2. Then we calculate again. And then we calculate. So it's negative 1 over 3 cubed minus 4 1 over 3 squared minus 3 1 3 plus 2. This is equal to 68 over 27. So the maximum distance is 68 over 27. This is the final answer. This is the maximum vertical distance between f no f prime. So question 9 phelela lana guys. Now we told some value. You know, show your boy some love, man. Subscribe, share nabangani bakho, and like the video. That's the least you can do to show support for this channel. So for now guys, asibonane on the next video. In the description box kunama links for other videos or recorded for the question paper. So bye bye, asibonane on the next one.